Today I feel like reviewing Moana 2, Disney's highly anticipated sequel to their 2016 blockbuster. With big shoes to fill, this sequel attempts to revisit the beloved world of Moana while exploring new challenges and themes. But does it succeed? Well, to my surprise, Moana 2 is seeing massive and impressive success due to its popularity. The movie started its budget at $150 million and ended up with $914 million at the box office, which is an insane amount. Everyone was excited to see the sequel finally come out, and even though it's popular among the younger fan base, does it actually hold up at being the sequel we all hoped it would be? The thing is, Disney reported Moana being the most watched Disney movie, so it would be stupid not to make another part. To bring in the big bucks, this is all in Disney's plan to exploit as much as they can. So the good news is, you're not actually missing out much, because to me, the first movie is ultimately better, but there are things I enjoyed from the latest one. In Moana 2, the story picks up 3 years after her original adventure. Moana is now a wayfinder and leader of Motunui. When a curse from the storm god Nalo threatens her village, she teams up once again with the demigod Maui, brought to life by Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, to seek out the mythical island of Motufiktu and save her homeland. The storyline feels familiar, promising high stakes and a blend of action and emotion. However, as we'll discuss here, the execution doesn't always live up to the potential of this setup. Moana is the heart of the story. She's evolved from a spirited teenager into a wise and determined leader. Her mission this time is about balancing personal growth with her responsibilities to her people. While her character remains compelling, the emotional depth of her journey doesn't quite match the discovery and wonder of the first film. Her struggles are relatable, but the resolution feels somewhat predictable, lacking the impact of her original quest. My personal favorite, the tattooed demigod Maui, who played such a pivotal role in her first adventure, makes his comeback, but his role in the sequel feels less dynamic. In the first film, we saw significant growth in his character, but here, he serves primarily as comic relief and a supportive figure to Moana. His presence doesn't contribute significantly to the emotional depth of the story. The biggest issue for me with this movie was the pacing, because it was too chaotic in terms of where it starts and where things end rather quickly. The chemistry between Moana and Maui is not present until like halfway through the movie, where they finally reunite. I felt like there was something missing without those two interacting with each other. The storm god Nalo is the central antagonist, but unfortunately, he lacks the complexity and power of villains like Taka from the first film. Nalo's motivations are not deeply explored, making him feel more like an obstacle than a truly memorable character. They even decided to introduce new characters or friends in the movie, but they all feel meaningless. To me, it feels like Disney ran out of ideas on what to do, so they decided to add in one-dimensional characters as filler for Moana to interact with, but they just end up being forgettable. Visually, Moana 2 is stunning, as expected from Disney. The animation of the ocean, skies, and islands is breathtaking, with intricate details that bring the world to life. The film incorporates vibrant colors and dynamic action sequences that will captivate you, and no doubt, the visual quality remains one of the film's strongest aspects. However, the animation doesn't feel like a leap forward from the first film. While it's undeniably beautiful, it doesn't break new ground, which might leave some viewers feeling like they've seen it all before. The original Moana set a high bar for its music, thanks to Lin-Manuel Miranda's iconic songs like How Far I'll Go. In the sequel, the music is composed by Abigail Barlow and Emily Bear. And while it's good, it doesn't reach the heights of its original. The new songs are pleasant, but lack the emotional resonance or catchy melodies that made the original soundtrack unforgettable. This change in musical style is noticeable and may leave fans wishing for the magic that Miranda brought to the first film. The original Moana explored profound themes like self-discovery, bravery, and cultural identity. Moana 2 continues to explore the themes of self-discovery, leadership, and the importance of community. The original Moana was one of the greatest animated films in Disney history. While the sequel is enjoyable and engaging, it doesn't quite reach the same level of storytelling mastery the first movie did. It doesn't delve as deeply into the themes as the first film, resulting in a narrative that feels more surface level. But if you're like me, I was just excited to see Moana and Maui back together. And for the real star of the movie, the silly chicken, I'd say he is the king in all of this. If you're a fan of the first film or looking for a lighthearted adventure, Moana 2 is worth watching. It's a solid, family-friendly film that continues Moana's journey in an entertaining way, visually stunning with a heartfelt story and engaging characters. However, if you're hoping for a sequel that equals the original, you might find yourself a bit underwhelmed. Disney's live-action adaptation of Moana is officially in the works, and fans are buzzing with anticipation. With Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson as Maui and Auli'i Cravalho on board as an executive producer, they promise to honor the original while adding a fresh live-action twist. Thanks for sticking around and for watching this review. If you've seen Moana 2, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Drop a like if you enjoyed, and subscribe to the channel to move it forward. Take care, everyone, and I'll catch you in the next video.